Okay, so I've got the 3D printer set up in my garage, and the software I'm going to use to begin with is the Flash print software. I downloaded this from the Flashforge website, and this is their software. So I'm just going to load up a print. I'm just trying to think of what, actually, yeah, load print here. I'm just going to figure out what I'm going to print first. I mean, I'm pretty confident when I moved the printer to the garage, it could be, it could have been me, but it seemed like it needed to be leveled again. But I've got tons of prints I've downloaded. So one thing I really want, I mean, this is kind of jumping around a little bit maybe, but I really want a GoPro sort of mount or like a selfie stick. But I'm going to start with something just to make sure that the bed is set. So, and I believe the item was square and circle is what it's called. So I'll go to files. That's the STL file. All right, so, and that's kind of it. I mean, you can, just use your mouse to sort of move around. You can click move. You can move the item around. If you click again, you could just say, center it on the platform. Make sure you click on platform because sometimes it gets elevated off the platform. You can also change the size of it. I like the fact that it's taken up almost the whole bed. So I like that, but I don't want it to be that thick. So I'm going to click on Extruder, I believe. No, Scale. So, no, that's not it, sorry. So as far as Extruder, I'm going to tell it, actually, I've loaded the, to use right Extruder. I guess that's what it's already set to. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so I've got to change the Z-axis. No, that's not it. Just reset. What I'm trying to do... Oh, uniform scale. I don't want to do that. That's why. There we go. Okay, so it is the Z-axis. What I was doing there is I just want to just shrink it. I just don't want to print very much. I just want to make sure that the bed is somewhat leveled. So that's basically a millimeter there. And I'm going to say that's good. This is just really just to make it do a test print. So once I've done that, so I've told it that I'm using the right-hand extruder because that's what I'm using. If I clicked left, it would go green. I'm using the right, as I loaded, I used PLA that came with the unit, loaded it in the right extruder. Scale, I'm going to leave it the way it is. Z-axis, I shrunk it just so that I don't have to do that big of a print. I'm going to click, I don't need any supports, nothing like that. I'm going to click print. Now this is where I can go into more options. So material, so I'm on the right hand, I'm using PLA. And these are just presets. This is just so that it helps you out with the quality of the print, how fast to print, things like that. Raft, I don't need a raft. I'm going to disable a raft. Oops, don't need that. Supports, I'm going to disable. I don't need supports. Speed, I'm just going to go standard speed. I'm not going for super quality here. I just want to make sure the bed's level and it stays stuck down. That's what I care about the most. Infill, I'll just leave that at 15%. It's so small, it's going to print pretty much 100% either way. Actually, in fact, I'm just going to say 100%. Speed, I'm going to leave stock from the PLA setting. Temperature, it's saying right extruder 200 degrees. I haven't looked up what they recommend for their PLA, but I'm going to leave it at 200 for now. Platform 50 degrees. It is a heated bed. You don't normally have to heat that much with PLA, but it is in my garage. It's winter time right now. It's middle of December, and it's about, well, what is it right now? It's cold out. It's like -2 degrees Celsius right now. So my garage is probably, it's warmer than that, but it's pretty cold in there. So that's kind of it. So I'm just going to click OK. I do have to save the file. I'm just going to call this test. And that's it. So Now what I need to do is just copy that file onto the SD card, which is right here. Which is in my documents. No, it's in my downloads. That's where it is. Downloads. It should be... Where? Sorry, guys. Okay, so tell you what. I'm going to get this onto the SD card. I'm going to find this file. And then I'll go into the garage and we're going to start the print. Okay, so embarrassing there, but I did get that file onto the SD card, which just plugs into the side of the printer. The reason I'm doing this is, well, one, it's in my garage. Even though that this printer has Wi-Fi, I don't want to rely on my... Sorry, I got a cold here, guys. I'm going to be coughing a bit. I don't want to rely on my computer to be sending the file to the printer. You know, and it's just as easy to put it onto that SD card. So basically, from what I could tell, you go to print. I'm going to, I've already set up my presets, right? So 50-degree heated bed, 200-degree extruder. So I go into the card, there it is, 10 by 10 by 5, double test. And I'm going to tell it to print. And that's it. We're going to see what happens. So this is my first ever print, and this is the first print on this brand new Flashforge Dreamer. So we can see what it's doing here. Platform's heating up. It's going to go to 50 degrees. Right extruder is going to go to 200. I don't know if that's too cool or not, but PLA doesn't need a ton of heat, so I think 200 is going to be just fine. And that's it. So we're going to let it heat up, and once the bed is heated up and the extruder is heated up, which is I'm going to guess to take a couple minutes, 5 minutes, I'll come back and we'll see it start printing. Okay guys, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes. Platform's at 50 degrees, extruder now is at 200 degrees, and it's starting to print. Let's open this up so we can see more of what we're doing. So I'm trying to see if what it's laying down is somewhat accurate, or if it's missing. See, I'm trying to see right in the middle there. I guess we're going to see. No, I think we're okay. So as it's doing sort of the first go around here, I think it's sticking really, really well from what I can tell. I'm pretty excited. That's looking pretty good. Again, my first 3D printer, but I've watched a lot of videos online, and you know, I'm very I guess I could say anal about how I do everything, and I'm super cautious and careful. And you know, even when I brought it in the garage, I re-leveled this bed probably another 3 times just to be sure that it was exactly as close to what I could tell was the thickness of a sheet of paper. And I'll probably check it before every print. I mean, it only takes a minute or two, a couple minutes. So I'm going to let this go and check back. Like I say, I did a 1 millimeter thickness of this print, and I did 100% infill, so it's going to be just 100%, well, 100% PLA, and we'll see what we get. We'll see how easily it pops off the bed. From what I can tell, I did a little test where I dripped some PLA on the bed and let it cool, and it just popped right off without ease, or without any troubles, with ease. But it did stick. So I mean, again, this is the V2 that has I can't remember what it's called, I can't think of it right now, but that sheet of sort of rough texture plastic that is what you want. I mean, it's from what I've been told or heard, it makes all the difference to have that sheet on the bed versus tape. I guess tape works pretty good, but I think this is going to work even better. So anyway, there it goes, guys. First ever print, Flashforge Dreamer. Gonna be doing lots of videos here. I'm pretty excited. Like I say, I got this thing on the Black Friday deal for like $457 from Hobby King, and I'm hoping I can still get the $250 mail-in rebate that Flashforge is offering. I believe the deal ended on December 4th, but I bought this on Black Friday, so it was end of November to December 4th, and then I have to have that postmarked by December 18th. So I'm going to get on that tomorrow, which is going to be, what, December 12th. So hopefully I can get that 250 US back. You know, because that for me in Canadian dollars is probably about $350, $330 maybe. So it's a decent amount of money. And like I say, this is $457 US, which probably translates, without just doing quick math, I mean, it's almost 40% right now. So, and shipping was $100. So I'm into this printer with PLA and all the ABS I ordered and everything. I'm into it for about $1,000 Canadian. And that's like, what did I get? 11 rolls of ABS, and I got something like 5 rolls of PLA. So again, all that PLA and ABS was 50% off as well. That's why I bought so much of it. I just couldn't pass it up. So anyway, that's it. I'll maybe just, when this is done, I'll just do one more quick video just to show you guys the finished result. All right, first print done. Build finished, build time 24 minutes. 100% fill, infill, but obviously I just did it. I did the Z-axis and shrunk this this print down to 1 millimeter. And let's just sort of flick it off here. Now what I don't know is if I let it cool enough, but let's actually feel. Yeah, I probably could let it cool a little bit more, but the big thing was just knowing whether this printed, if the bed was level, and it definitely is, and it definitely worked. Like I say, I'm new to this, so I'm going to be definitely checking, and actually how well this print material worked that these new Flashforge Dreamer V2s are coming with, and it works fantastic. I mean, definitely it's stuck on here, which it needs to, but it's peeling off, as you can see, with fairly good ease. There we go, guys. It's my first 3D print. Nothing special. It's a square, but just want to see the quality of the print, and it seems good. I'm pretty happy with that. Again, I don't know anything about 3D printing yet, and I'm going to be doing a ton of it, but from what I can tell, I'm going to say I'm pretty happy with that. No complaints. So anyway, that's it, guys. That is the Flashforge Dreamer. That is the start to lots of prints. Anyway, thanks, guys. Again, if you like this video, please click like. And I'm going to be having lots of videos. And if you're into 3D printing, please subscribe to this channel. I'm going to continue to bring you guys what I would call quality videos from just an average guy that loves 3D printing. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.